Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, March 16th. We're getting ready to hit the trail. I'll give you some more information as it gets closer. I'm about an hour out from being taken out back to the trail, but I want to show you quickly the inside of this hostel. Everyone's pretty much packed up and out the door now, so I feel like I can do that without disturbing anybody. So I'll flip it around and show you. This is what it looks like on the inside. There are 4 bunks there, a couch. There's some hiker boxes where people leave things behind they don't want anymore. I picked out some food. There are 4 bunks here, 2 there, and 2 there. I slept on the bottom bunk yesterday. I like the fact that you can charge your accessories. I was able to upload some videos. And so they have loaner clothes. When you take your shower and they take all of your laundry from you, you can wear these clothes to town as you resupply. So I wore some pajama bottoms yesterday and a t-shirt along with my puffy jacket. They have a little tiny library there. This is where they keep their linens, I guess. And back around the corner here, they have a bathroom shower combo. And they have a bathroom back here and a shower back here. There's another bunk room with 4 bunks. I'm going quickly because I don't want to bother others. But yeah, I think I showed you out here yesterday. There's a porch where we kept our backpacks during the storm. So right there, there's some people getting ready to head out and hang out later. But that's what the inside of the hostel looked like, and I figured I'd show you that this morning. All right, it's 10 a.m. on Sunday. Just got back to Tennessee camp. A lot different weather up here than it was down at the hostel. It's really blowing hard, the wind. It's fogged over and there's drizzle. A bit colder, but we're dressed for it. We're ready for it. There's the blaze telling us we're starting the trail. We have a half-mile climb with 600 feet elevation and a half-mile taking us to the top. It's going to be the toughest climb of the day, and we'll see where that takes us. All right, so about 10 minutes into our hike, and it's been all uphill. Again, about 600 feet elevation change. And about a half mile, so that's up, and there are a lot of rock stairs. It's really wet. I'm not really worried about the wet. It's just having a fully loaded pack now because we had to resupply our food. My pack is currently at 34 pounds. That's probably what I started the trail with last Monday, but by the time I was done eating food until probably got down to like 29 or 30, and so that adds to the burden. The fact that we have our rain jackets on and insulation layers to keep warm. Some of us are overheating. I think I'll see what it feels like when I get to the top and it's breezy again. But so I'm having trouble holding my phone steady. It's just because that climb's kicking my behind. It's a big one. It's mellowing out now, and my hope is that I'm almost at the top. According to the map, there'll be a lot of ups and downs today on the trail, but it's supposed to be fairly mellow for this part of Georgia, so not too many ups like we just had. I think that's the toughest climb of the day, and even though it looks like I'm at the top here, I'm going to say this is probably a false summit because I can point that way and see more uphill. And as I come over here, it's going to get really, really windy. So, yeah, I'll show you how it goes as I move along. Let me take you here. Looks like the trail drops down. Actually, it goes left. Yeah, the breeze is picked up on this side. We were on the leeward side. Now we're on the windward side of the trail, or mountain. And there's a thought that there might be some low-down trees on the trail today because of the high winds yesterday evening. So if there are, we'll have to navigate through those. And we're asked to send that information off to the hostel so they can pass along to the foresty group and they can come out when they're available to kind of clear the trail again. But I'm gonna check back with you again when I get to the top. All right, 10:45, checking in. I'm gonna show you this wooded area. I mean, it looks a lot like the other areas, but I just think it's so pretty back in here. Right now, Dodger, Gretel, and I are the only ones back here. I mean, I know there are hikers way ahead of us and hikers behind us, but today we may be the only ones we see. We passed about a half mile back people at a road junction starting up Trail Magic, and they asked us if we wanted any. We didn't take any because we'd been in town and we just had full breakfasts. My breakfast at the hostels this morning was bacon and French toast, and oh boy was that good. I wished that I had drinking more coffee though. I have some instant coffee, some different instant coffee that they had in the store, and that will just have to do for the next 6 days until I can get my real coffee fix. But for now, things are going well. So. Okay, so a change of scenery. I've been hiking through those tall trees all day. The same trees you've been seeing over and over again. And I'm on a little uphill here for the last 20 minutes. Not too bad. I hit like a green tunnel, and I thought it'd be fun to share this with you. Definitely nice because it provides shade, and believe it or not, the sun's come out and warmed up the day. So I think we're probably about 6 miles out from where we're staying tonight. We've done about 7 miles. It's about 1:40 in the afternoon. So we'll probably get there, I'd say, anytime between 4 and 5. But today's supposed to be not too bad of a hike overall. The roughest part of it was at the start. There was a big steep climb to do. And now there've just been little ups and downs and a lot of flat, which is good. And it's sun's come out. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see anything, but I'll try it. You can kind of see it's really overgrown. That's where I'm coming from. And this is where I'm heading. But the steep climb was at the beginning of the day. It's been mainly flat with some little ups and downs, and this is currently an up. And tomorrow, the others told me that we're only gonna go 8 miles. Apparently because it's a lot of steep climbing, a lot of ups and downs tomorrow, steep climbing and steep down, steep climbing, steep down, just over and over again. So that should be fun. And that kind of limits, I guess, how far we're gonna be able to go, because that's gonna drain us before the end of the day. But I guess I'll be able to share that experience with you tomorrow when we're actually doing it. Okay, we're just coming out of that green tunnel area. There's a little bit left. Just going back to the tall trees. So I'll finish off this climb here, and if I see anything further, I'll go ahead and share it with you. All right, I told you I'd be sharing new and exciting things. This is something you don't see very often when you're just hanging out, I guess. If you really wanted to, you could take a shower there. It'd be a nice place to stand under on a hot day. So that's pretty cool. That's right on the trail. So you can see it runs down into the trail and then down the hill there. But I'm still plugging along. I just thought you'd like to see that. It looks like all this water is water runoff from last night's storm coming down off the rocks. So you can kind of see it continues here. Pretty cool. Oops, tripped over my own foot there for a second. So now I'm going to get a little wet with my feet, but that's fine. Shoes will dry. And yeah, just continuing on. At this point, I'm heading a little bit downhill. So I think between here and tonight's shelter that we're staying at, it's just gonna be ups and downs, but nothing major, just little ups and downs. I'm gonna try to go to the left of this because I don't want to walk through this trail of water. I understand when they have big storms, sometimes the trail floods and you're walking through water a lot. Now, if you can avoid it, obviously I will, because I don't want to have to deal with wet shoes, even though my shoes and socks would dry. But yeah, so continuing on. Dodger and Gretel are quite a ways up. They just hike faster than me, which is typical. Anything I do in life with friends, I'm the slow bike rider way behind everybody. I'm the slow hiker way behind everybody, but I always make it through, or most often. Now, where Gretel just crossed, he's quite a ways up there. I see like a pretty substantial waterfall coming off the hillside there. So let's see, I'll turn it off. Well, no, there's just too many things to share. I'm sorry. So I'm going to keep the video going for a minute so you can see this. It's pretty cool. I can see it from my perspective, but I don't think you can see it quite yet. But there's a pretty cool waterfall coming up. So right up around the bend here, you might be able to see it from there in between the trees. It's yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it when I get right up on it, but let's see. Here's something here. So that little waterfall there is running down underneath the trail and coming out here. And again, I'd imagine that's just runoff from this recent storm. But this one up here looks like a full-on waterfall. Maybe it's, again, just runoff from the storm. I don't know, but let me see if I can get there where you can see it. So, it's hard because as I get closer, I'm going to be actually hiding it. But let's see. There you go. Zoom in on it. That's about the best shot I'm going to get, but that's pretty cool. Right on the trail. Don't see that very often. I'm sure I'm going to be seeing so many things on this hike that will be exciting that you'll forget about this one, because this one's cool, but not like some of the others that I'll see. All right, I guess I could get up on it a little closer. So there's some water coming down. I'm going to be walking through a little creek here for a minute. There's the waterfall. That is awesome. Wet feet, wet feet. Look at that. We're told by the shuttle driver that the water was going to be running good today. So that's pretty neat. Now I got to step over this treacherous little pond here. Waterway. Just kidding, it's not that treacherous, but I don't want to get wet walking on the trail of water, so I'm going to try to stay off to the side. And yeah, I'll get out of this and I'll check back with you later.
Teamwork.
All right, so this little blowdown is causing us some grief. Thankfully, we worked as a team and they helped me get mine in their own packs through this mess. So now I'm going to have to crawl through this.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, this is a video of the area that we had to just crawl through. They helped hand my backpack through in their own, and you can see in the video I'm crawling through a bunch of brush. That's what I crawled through. The trail's on the other side, and then I'm on this side of it, and it was a mess, but we got her done. Okay, it's about 3:30 p.m. We're about 1 mile from Blue Mountain Shelter. We spent the last 10 or 15 minutes picking through this rock scree. So this is our current trail situation. It's a slight uphill, nothing major, but the rocks, you know, you have to watch where you step so you don't twist an ankle. So as I'm filming, I'm obviously watching where I step, but I want you to get a perspective. This goes on for a while. I have Dodger up ahead and obviously Gretel, and I'm watching them as they scramble through all this mess. But that's what I'm about to do as well. So I'm just going to show you real quick, and then I'm going to check out so I can make it through here safely. Okay, it's about 6 p.m. We're at Blue Mountain Shelter. We've been here for, I'd say, probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I'll start over here, show you how the food hanging systems work at these shelters. Usually you have to hang them from a tree, but they have these cable systems that you can run them up on. So here's the cables right here going to the top. Good evening, everyone. It is 7 p.m. on Sunday, March 16th, and made it into Blue Mountain Shelter. There's probably about 35 to 40 people here at the shelter with me, and all is well. We had a great hike today. We made 13 miles, and it's fairly smooth and level and flat, though the beginning of it was a steep climb. Tomorrow we're going to limit ourselves to 8 miles because tomorrow we have 2 mountains that we have to climb over and then come back down, and they're going to be pretty steep, so it should be a pretty rough day to only get 8 miles, and then the day after that we're going to try to get 11. Still shooting for getting into Franklin, North Carolina Saturday or Sunday, though we are going to stop in Hiawassee one more night on Tuesday night, stay over at the Green Dragon again, and get showers and cleaned up and laundry and all that, and then get out the door Wednesday morning. I want to say that it's been a great week. I hope that some of my prior students have been able to watch me hiking, and that, remember, the theme is dream big. Give yourself some big dreams to follow, and remember there are sacrifices to make as you follow those dreams, but it also takes a lot of hard work. And I'm going to tell you, this last week was not easy, and it's only going to get harder. But I'm in for the duration, and I want to see how far I can get, and hopefully that will be Mount Katahdin in Maine. So stay tuned, and thank you for following again. Sunny D out.